just really hard to clarify. The interfacing system that is the English alphabet that was sent down from outer space by benevolent beings. It's here as a cure if you enter it into your mind and it can enter in, because you're a PC and if you're operating soundly and your inner geometry isn't jacked up, and you start, and you know, there's 3 levels to this. So there's a level where, you know, the world is sick and it needs a cure. I mean, people are wandering, spinning tops, and their relationships are terrible, and their relationship with reality is terrible. That is why. It doesn't have anything to do with what they've stuffed in their minds and how they operate now and according to that behavior. I mean, it does. Of course, that's the problem. But when you start to look into it, you can see through it and there's many ways to get back to reality, which is to say, to get back to the mind of God. Get back to God. But there is a reality of language and organizations built off of that is bullshit. Absolute babble and horse fucking pucky. Everybody getting up and getting dressed and put your necktie on. And you're not even listening to that? You don't have to take every damn thing that's set out on the table as the thing to do or the thing to eat. First of all, you as an organic human being, believe this or not, you come with your own taste and your own mission to like fill that out or to get rid of it. And most likely it's to weed a lot of stuff out, especially if your DNA is riddled with the warfare, that you have that memory. And why is it all here? Well, you know, you're being taken over. You know, it's the only time you can remember any history is when there's that trauma. Well, I remember back when the war happened, and yes, grandma had to learn how to make fucking corn on the cob from the yard. You know, I'm trying to stay on a point here that the alphabet that is known as the English connotation, the English notes, symbols, their design. Okay, it's an interfacing system working on all 3 levels, and there is a decoding system that comes with that package. I'm pretty sure. I don't know everything, but when you start really using that interfacing system, because you're a human being and you belong to a creator, you're as good as a machine or a PC that is programmable. And if you look at the word programmable, the sound grammable is in there. And so there's already something here to solve the problem. If there is a problem, you might be seeing something, and then there is. We live in the day and age of the fork tongue, the double-edged tongue. Lingua means tongue. Tongue age. They're saying that's the age of the tongue. Well, really what's happening is that, you know, if there is time, then you are manufacturing an experience that is either going backwards or forwards in how you will live and experience everything. And that means that, well, You either went into your mind and you're stuck in the lower case and you're trying to work that shit out, which is, if you really knew what you were trying to work out, you're working with shit in the beginning, and now you're going to try and make that something more than what it originally is. You have to start altering it, and you're free to capitalize whenever you want or need to make sense out of yourself here. All of this language really starts to click in. It's like, this is what I'm really pointing at is like rare, but the cure for all of the human organism. There's people that already know this way more than me. It is so powerful. It's as good as any kind of it's a vibrational frequency. It's a prayer, and when you're what I understand is that there's a civilization on this planet that is so organically connected that they are well aware that there is interdimensional space interaction for a reason. It's because this is an experiment here, and we are co-creating, and they got it down pat. They got it down pat already. It's about nourishing your organism, and their language, the way they speak, they don't speak in chatter. It's singing. It's like singing. They don't need to speak, but when they do, it's just a pure celebration, especially the men and women. I heard it a little bit. It has everything to do with picking those vowels up. And there's a whole different language, babes. It's a whole different sound, mouth noising. And why? Why do you even do it? Well, it's just a celebration. It's just a celebration. Is there something you don't understand? We still celebrate. We don't get into chatter, and it's not a fragmented situation, and it's not something that you can't just go, oh, I remember. Let's groove. Really, there isn't any chatter. It's just music. And that vibration keeps, believe this or not, the entire Earth realm green. You want to go green? Well, it's not a coincidence that this is happening for people getting downloads, and what is so simple has been lost. It's just a simple truth, and this system brings it up. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Because we're going to get back into, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of feel good here of the way that the universe is. It's just pure bliss, ecstasy, feel good, celebration. It's just, I don't care what you see is happening. It's like, woo! Was that an explosion? Yes, that's just life happening. What is it? You got to add the EA in there. It's death. It's music. It's grabbing and letting go. It's grabbing and letting go. Very complex, but the decoding system will completely. It goes in as software, and it reprograms you completely, and you are, because if you celebrate any inch of truth, you get strengthened. It's the key to your immune system and more power. Like there's something called resonation that we're not talking about, and I haven't even got into it, but I will start proving what resonation is through music. I can make a string hum by humming the same string over there, and the thing it's called resonation, and the guitar is singing. Like I can sing the A note, and the A note will sing over there. It'll start. You can put your hand on that string, and it's vibrating. It has just lit up because what's in the air is the truth. And has music hurt anybody? Besides for what the Illuminati has used it for, which is to brainwash your ass with a bunch of vocalists up in front of it. And if the narcissists sit there and they say, yeah, conspiracy theorists, they just are so imaginative and making all this shit up. Did you know that the frequency of the tones A, B, C, D, E, F, G in music were purposely altered away from the resonance of this beauty that is a mandala, that is the real look of music, which is a wheel that spins. Everybody knows this, and now why would they do that? And it's not made up that has happened. That has happened. And why do you discredit people's feelings when they say, I feel a certain way, like when they're wearing a mask or something, and they say, no, actually, this is, you get out a book and you turn to page 3 on chapter fucking 4. It says right here that, wearing a mask, in fact, it's going to increase the stability in the germ quality of the, what the fuck? I feel a certain way, you fucking ignorant robot. Pardon me, babes. Sunday sermon.